What's up, guys? Welcome to Blue Presents podcast where I discuss all things music and how it affects my life. And this is the first show of 2020, and I'm pretty excited to see what you guys think of today's show. Today, we're going to talk about 5 songs that are, some of the songs I've been bumping, for the past year in 2019, even though it's 2020 now. I decided that I would use my Spotify analytics to kind of tell me what were the songs that I was listening to this year that I felt deserved to be my 5 top songs of the year. So we're going to get to that. But before we get to that, first, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been supporting the show. I really appreciate it. I want to thank everybody who appeared on the show. It's really been fun, and it's been nice to get to know how other people's process and how other people enjoy this journey of music that we all go through. And I think this is really, really, really cool. And I think this is a great platform for me to be able to find out more about the people who are around me, who are in music, and, other people outside of that I may not know how their musical journey got started. So just want to say thank you to everyone and anyone who's been on the show and anyone who's been supporting. So thank you guys, for real. This show is about trying new things sometimes. And today we're going to try a couple of new things. First, I'm going to start off with my jams of the week. Now, this is where I give you 3 songs that I cannot stop listening to this week. So right off the bat, I'm going to be really honest with you guys. It's pretty Florida heavy. I've got 2 friends bands who put out some really, really awesome bangers, and I think they're really, really amazing. They're not just bangers because I'm like, oh, they're my friends. They should, I should be doing stuff like this. No, they're bangers because I cannot literally stop listening to these songs. And the first song we're going to talk about is my homeboy Jeremy's band, 187. They just dropped a music video for the song Misery. And if you didn't know, it is off of their debut EP, Era of Creation. If you have not heard that record and you are a fan of hardcore and hardcore metal and just heavy riffs, you need to go do yourself a favor and go listen to that. My next one actually is a departure from a Florida band, but it is a rapper that I've recently discovered on YouTube, who he does some reaction videos, but as well, he has some really, really good songs, and the artist that I'm talking about is Crypt. And if you haven't checked out Crypt, check out Crypt the Rapper on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter. And the song I suggest you listen to is the song Us. It's pretty cool. It has, it wasn't until my nephew got in the car and listened to the song that he kind of pointed out that it's actually the song from the Us movie. Coincidentally enough, the song is called Us. But the song is more, I would have to say it's more along the lines of like very close to Eminem's Kim, but not in the sense of the violence and all that stuff that Kim is. It's a little bit more of just, being played for a fool in a relationship and stuff like that. And I really think it's a really, really good song. And I think a lot of us can relate in being played by people who told you one thing and it was another way. And my last jam of the week is from my boys, Young Ghost. I cannot say enough about this band, and I'm going to talk about this band later on. But they just put out a new single called Watch You Choke, and really, really, really great song. It's heavy. It has a really nice, catchy, singable chorus. And for me, that's the kind of things I like to listen to. That's the kind of things I'm into. And I think it would, I think it's a really awesome, well-shot music video as well, too. I don't remember who shot this video, but whoever did it, they did some really, really cool things. And I know a little behind the scenes on where they actually shot it. So I know they did some really, really good work in their editing process. But yes, remember, once again, that's 187's Misery off their EP, Era of Creation. Check out Crypt the Rapper. He just goes by Crypt, and Tales from the Crypt is the name of the album the song Us is off of. And listen to that Young Ghost single, Watch You Choke. For real, guys. Check these guys out. All right, guys, before we get started on my top 5 of 2019, really quick, I want to do something else a little different. I want to tell you about a show I'm actually going to this weekend. It is BattleFront Pro Xtreme live at Altones, which, once again, if you have not been to Altones, you are doing yourself a disservice. It is in Jewett City, Connecticut, and BattleFront Pro Xtreme is a local promotion that is started up in the New England area. And just the list of wrestlers that are going to be there is awesome. And just to start off, right off the top, former ECW champion Just Incredible. BattleFront champion Jiggy Sosa. If you have not seen Jiggy, he is high energy, amazing aerial moves. You've also got the hardcore champion, the biggest heel in the company, in my opinion, Ryan Faust, along with Angel Sinclair. You got to check out them boys, the Governors, man. Those guys talk some trash, man, but they're amazing. Dirtbag Dan and the Impact Players. And on top of that, besides getting wrestling, you're also getting musical performances by Casting Shadows and I Have No Eyes. And seriously, if you have thought about going to a local promotion or thought about going to a local pro wrestling show, this is the show you should go to. And if you want more information or you want to purchase tickets, you can go to www.battlefrontpro.com and just find the January 4th show. That's this Saturday, so tomorrow, and come out and check out some really, really cool wrestling. And I mean, like I said, former ECW champion Just Incredible, that's enough to get my money. You can take my money now. So once again, that's BattleFront Pro Xtreme at Altones. Doors are at 5:30. Meet and greet between 5:30 and 6:30. It's a $20 charge. You're getting wrestling. You're getting music. What else could you ask for, guys? For real, check it out. All right, guys. So here we are. This is my best of 2019 based off of my Spotify statistics. And I thought this was really interesting, and I love that Spotify gives you this ability to, at the end of the year, see exactly what you've been listening to, and it kind of tells you, everything you need to know, songs you were listening to, bands that you were most interested in, songs that you really, took time listening to, and my number one in this group, I spent apparently 53 hours listening to this one band, which I thought was like incredible. But we'll get there when we get there. Real quick before we get started in this list, I have a few honorable mentions because they were songs that I felt like I just couldn't stop listening to. Now, when I say I couldn't stop listening to these songs in 2019, they were because either I had just discovered them within 2019 or I just didn't really pay attention to it and then just got around to it, or something new came out that I was really, really interested in. So before I get started with my top 5, I'm going to start with a few honorable mentions. The first one is Wage War Low, which those guys are having an incredible year right about now. My next song is Dance Gavin Dance, Son of Robot, which was a song off of a record that came out a few years ago, but for whatever reason, this year it was the jam for me. Lost and Found by Life Ruiner, which Life Ruiner kind of has a sketchy past, but it was definitely a song I could not stop bumping. The next song is Half Link's Perseus Volume 1, which if you have not checked out Half Link, you should really check out Half Link. I think they write some really amazing songs, and I've had Ty on my show. So if you haven't heard that episode, you should go back. Episode 4, listen to Ty of Half Link, and just, listen to what he has to say about the band, and I think you'll become a fan. And my last honorable mention is Hollow Front, and it is for the song Still Front. Now, the original version is absolutely amazing, but the reimagined version is just a great display of what a band can do. Still Front's kind of a heavier band, a little bit more melodic hardcore, metalcore band, but this reimagined version that they did, acoustic guitars, even a little bit of screaming, a little bit of singing, really gives the song like some depth and really just, insight into, a band can just be more than just heavy. They can also, take a song that they've already written and make it even that much more emotional and more meaningful. All right, guys. So let's get started with my top 5 best of 2009 based off my Spotify statistics. And number 5 is a band, Arches, and the song is called Black Lung. Now, the reason why I could not stop listening to this song, one, It has an extremely catchy chorus. And also at the same time, these guys managed to blend metalcore verses with hard rock choruses. It makes for an extremely catchy song. On top of that, shout out to, once again, big guys that can sing and scream. Definitely one of those bands I feel like you should definitely check out. And a lot of the lyrics are relatable. Definitely a song that if you're looking for something to pick you up and think about, sometimes how life can be, Archer's Black Lung, definitely one of those songs that for sure is going to hit you hard. My next song, number 4, is my homeboys from Florida, Young Ghost, and the song is called Drowning. And once again, I have to, I don't know why I feel like I have to explain myself. I don't think I should have to explain myself. Yes, they're my friends. They just happen to make really fucking awesome music. And if you are sleeping on Young Ghost, please stop. You're a fucking fool right now. And like I said, the song is Drowning. I saw the music video first, and before I actually paid attention to the lyrics. And the lyrics and the music video itself, it's a very powerful and serious subject. And it really hit hard for me and hit close to home. I've had people in similar situations. And I mean, some of the lines in the song are so powerful, like you'll never belong here. And it's just, it reminds you certain people or certain things in life can make you feel like you'll never belong anywhere. And, somehow, some way we always have to find a way to get through that bullshit, and anybody who ever feels like that, man, don't feel like that, man. We all feel like that at some point, but it's up to us to make those changes and not be a part of that. And like I said, I love this song because it has an emotional message and it has a very powerful music video as well. So you should check it out. Number 4, Young Ghost, Drowning. For real, awesome song. My next song, my number 3 song, is from a band that anytime I think about this band, I always think these guys are ahead of their time. These guys just seem to just do music and metal in a way that, I don't know, it's just very artistic to me and I enjoy it. And it's He Is Legend, and the song is called White Bat. Once again, another catchy chorus that I can't get out of my head. I've always felt like I said, I've always felt like these guys were ahead of their time. And another thing too is these guys do something so well, even through recordings that I see them do live, which is raw energy. Just absolutely like they're giving you everything they got through the recordings, through their live show, through anything else that they do. And it's something I love about He Is Legend. They provide such a great energy. Also, another band that mixes rock music and metalcore and just finds a beautiful middle. And it's just a great song. I love White Bat. Lyrics are a little crazy, but it really is just an amazing song. So my number 2 is from a band that Spotify told me, I guess, it also had this whole thing about the decade and stuff like that. And essentially what it was trying to tell me was that this was the band I listened to most throughout my decade. Mind you, I've been a member of Spotify since like 2015. So basically this is the band I've been listening to for the last 4 years through my Spotify, and it is Dayseeker. And the song is Crooked Soul. And if you have not heard their new album, Sleep Talk, you are missing out on a genuinely great record that just has a little bit of everything for everybody. It has a little bit of rock. It has a little bit of almost indie. It has a little bit of metalcore. They bring a lot of different things to the table with this record. And I absolutely love this band. This band means so much to me. They've gotten me through some really, really seriously hard times. And if you haven't checked out Dayseeker, you should really check them out. I think they're about to come here, I think in April or February to New York, and they're playing with Wage War, which I think is an awesome spot for those guys to be on. Because I do feel like some people sleep on these guys because they're extremely talented and they're absolutely amazing. They unfortunately had something horrible happen to them